Alright, hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Donkey Kong Marco and Ares reaction. This is Haarute Live, and my name is Matt. Hello gang. I just recorded the X-ray things that people told me that I should watch for episodes 1, 2, 3. And in that video I explained that I'm currently running on no food, no water, it's 41 degrees, even though now it's like a little bit cooler because it's late into the night. But it's late into the night means that I haven't had any sustenance or water or anything for the past like 20 hours. I'm fighting for my life here. I just want to get through this day, man. My living conditions are shit. Anyway, moving on. The Expanse. What's up? What's up, man? Have you ever tried to like fake energy and enthusiasm for a camera for like sustained 2 hours? Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, what the fuck happened previous up? Yeah, I dunked on Mark for a long time. Philip confronted him a little bit. We had Prex coming in, we had Anna coming in. Yeah, I remember now. That episode was fucking good. I can't be fucking bothered. I'm just gonna go and watch this episode now. Sorry, it's not that I don't want to watch this episode. It's the fact that like, so currently it's like the hottest summer we've ever had in Argentina, and I mean northern Argentina is worse. Everything is dry as fuck. The river that we take water from is dried out, so there's no water. I haven't had like any drinkable water for like 3 days. I'm turning into a raisin now. There was no food earlier today. I tried to have like some milk or some shit, and the milk was spoiled. So I just spit it out, threw it away. I can't be bothered, man. Just like everything looks like shit. Everything's fucked. I'm just gonna fucking go. My air conditioner also just works half of the time. Don't worry. I've done this before. As soon as I start watching the episode, I get into it, so I like forget about the reality of my life and I can like enjoy it. But like until then, I'm just like whatever, man. Shilling, yes. Check out the Patreon. You can watch the next 2 episode reactions. So the finale, the finale is out already on Patreon. I forgot about that. The finale is already out on Patreon up until episode 6, so you can watch my reaction to the end of the Expanse already if you go to the Patreon. Man, it sucks that I had to do this like really scuffed low energy intro in order to drop this like massive news on you. But yeah, you can watch that. You can watch full-length reactions, all sorts of cool stuff. Check out the link in the description or the pop-up on screen. Let's go. So the Expanse season 6, episode 4. Let's go. The girl's gonna bring him back.
You weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, well, I've never been to Earth.
Me
Oh,
neither.
really?
I grew up on Mars.
Where's she from? What year is this? Maybe this is the future.
Brother, Mars, the dream of Mars. They still matter.
Okay. Sorry, y'all Martians then. Cortazar. I saw Cortazar in the subtitles. Yo, what happened?
Returned a coherent reply pattern.
What?
Show me.
What is that?
I think I can turn it on. I know I can.
The kid's gonna come back to life. When is it gonna come back to life? Next episode or 2 episodes from now, she's gonna come up with it. She's doing it! She's doing it right now! Is this gonna cut away before we see the results? Probably. We're just gonna see the implication that she's gonna do it. Yeah, okay. She's doing it. Like, I like how like I could predict exactly everything that was gonna happen in that plotline.
Hear the inners asking us to take their side now. Don't put yourself back under their yoke.
I see.
Don't forfeit our future for a sip of water.
The Earth just blew up series or whatever. That's what they're saying. Was she playing for Marco all along? She might have.
MCRN Fleet Command recommends that a joint strike force set out for the ring immediately, burning as hard as we can. Our stealth ships will take out Marco's sentries, cripple Medina, and reassert control of the ring before the Free Navy can get any more entrenched.
Rushing headlong to salve our pride and prove our manhood is exactly what Inaris wants. I will not commit my forces to that plan.
Yo, what happened to Monica? That's what I'm wondering. MCRN is ready to go alone. They're gonna do it anyway. Oh, Monica's alive! Okay, I thought we were gonna have a plot line in series, but I suppose not. We're just here now.
So I did a full torpedo diagnostic like you told me to.
Yeah.
All remaining missiles checked out fine.
Yeah.
What do I need to look at?
Well, since the dud checked out fine pre-launch too, I figured there might be some wider...
She discovered that it was Holden. What her disarm by Holden.
This is way above my pay grade, and I'm not trying to judge.
I'll handle it.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he didn't tell anyone is the part that is like a little bit like, because how do you tell people? But of course they would figure it out, so...
If the captain of the Granicus calls and tries to get you to change my mind, have him put outside as well.
Angry child.
But he is alone. You're the only family he has left. He needs you at his side to give him support and counsel.
It's his fucking fault that he's alone.
If you want, I can lock you out of fire control.
Ooh. There we go.
I trust you to do the right thing.
But I'm failing to see the right
What do
thing
you
right
think
now.
it is? We had a chance to end Marco.
Yeah.
And you pulled the punch. And I keep trying, but I can't see how that was the right thing. It was a gut decision in the moment. But I made the call.
Say the thing about Philip and Naomi. That's clearly the reason.
Because if we're not trying to win this fight, I don't know what I'm doing out here. It was my call to make. And I don't owe you a fucking explanation. Are you pissed at me for asking? Or because you don't have an explanation to give?
That's a good line too. Do they know about Philip? Or is it just, hold on, who knows? Sorry, it's been a while, I don't remember, but I think they know.
My brother is a dock worker on Ceres. I haven't heard from him since the water tank explosion.
Oh.
I'm just worried. Won't happen again, promise.
And now he's learning about
I
this
remember thinking how weird it was.
like soft story about
until then,
serious
he was
people.
a real shit for a brother.
And he's thinking about Marco being like, yeah, serious people don't matter. Fuck them.
One of those people, good at looking out for others, bad at looking out for himself, you know what I mean?
And he's realizing what it is to have a family member that cares. Are you gonna be honest? Hold on. Are you gonna say what happened?
I know what that choice meant, but I couldn't kill your son.
If you let Marco escape to spare my feelings, you just made me responsible for everyone he kills from now on.
You're not responsible for my choice.
Then stop making yourself responsible for mine. We let the flagship of the Free Navy escape because of me? Stop treating me like I am broken.
Stop pretending like what you're feeling doesn't matter.
If Philip hurts more people, then
It's not about Philip or what he might or might not do. It's about us. I can't be the one who kills your son. It won't matter that we were at war, that he was on the other side. Every time you wake up, you'll be lying next to the reason your boy is dead.
Jim,
I can't be that to you. I don't have it in me.
This man might die. And he'll become a person in the altar of Philip development. Oh, he's gonna see that it wasn't a dud. He's gonna see that it actually works. It was disarmed.
I'm stuck. Don't move. Get me out of here.
He might be fucking with them. He was fucking with them, yeah.
This one's wild.
Oh god! Oh damn! Damn, what the fuck is going on? Got them all? Wow, that bullet just grazed it. You can see the path that the bullet took in her helmet. That's cool.
You think someone's coming?
That's no way to meet them. All teams.
Yeah.
Take what you can, then get back to the ships.
We need to get the fuck out of here. Oh god. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to leave him behind. Do we have the technology to regrow a full arm? I know we can do a couple fingers, but...
We can try again! There's no time! Hope, I love you. I'm so sorry.
What? What are you saying? Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
No! No!
We gotta... I like that the Olga was like, oh, fucking hell. Here comes...
Another 1,000,000 to 1 beating 3 ships, and when it's time to take the kill shot, another 1,000,000 to 1. It's a dud? What are the fucking odds?
Based on your
Yeah,
numbers, 1 billion to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the gym.
Is he gonna tell Clarissa? If someone would understand, would be Clarissa making...
There's no point in telling her.
Yeah.
Do you want to know when I realized I didn't want to kill you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was on the Behemoth. You and Naomi were walking unarmed into the barrels of I don't know how many of Ashford's guns.
I remember this. This is when she did the right thing.
That we were all reaching for violence.
Yeah, he delivered that hero
Just try
speech.
something else for once. I killed a lot of people. Some of them deserved it. Most of them probably didn't. But that's not the point. They all haunt me just the same. Don't ever feel bad about not killing someone.
Aww. That's such a cool thing to say.
It's good advice.
I love that.
It's a lot of salt.
More.
Look at this way.
More. I do the same thing. I do the same.
Yes.
What did it say?
Lucky Earther. She is fat and lazy, and I give her whatever she wants. This is my home. I don't hate anyone. I want air and water and freedom. A good life for my children.
Aww.
It's not the inners and the belt. It's the people who want more hate and the ones who just want to live.
I like that. So
I'm
good.
so tired of the hate. Just tired. I can't even wash my hands. There's no water.
Lucky Earth.
Aww.
This makes us look weak.
It makes us all look weak.
Because we are. Okay, the regeneration pod thingy works. Okay, we're good. He just has to chill in bed for like a couple days probably. I wonder how that feels. The regrowth pod or whatever that is.
This is Kamina Drama, and this message is for the traitor, the coward, Marco Inaros.
Ho!
You hunted me and mine, and still we are here, unbent, unbroken, unbound.
Is she gonna send those supplies to other people? To the belt? If you can send those supplies to the people that need it instead of the war effort, then you'll get the people on your side, not on Marco. Get those supplies to Sirius or whatever.
And he was spaced as well.
No.
Mm-hmm. What were my instructions to you?
You were angry when you gave the order. I assumed you meant it rhetorically.
I didn't.
Well, then consider it a happy misunderstanding. Your anger was justified, but the punishment wasn't. It would have made you look scared and weak. Now you
Because he is!
You seem to think you have the right to speak to me this way.
Somebody has to, because all the people that used to are either dead or sulking around below decks picking up trash. We lost a skirmish. It would have been better if we won, but we didn't. But if the crew thinks you've been shaken by the loss, it will shake their faith in you. You're Marco Inaros. Things like this roll off you.
No, they don't! I can't fucking believe this lady. She's like exactly what he needs.
Governorship of Medina.
Control of the crossroads of empires. Is that all?
I feel like I'm owning it.
I mean, you have to give it to her. She's like really smart. She's really clever. She's like secretly the mastermind. You're realizing now.
Tech said data logs show torpedoes disarmed before impact.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean someone disarmed it?
Who would do that?
Philip knows. I mean, he's gonna assume Naomi disarmed it, but it was actually hold on. Yeah.
And this message is for the traitor. Coward. Marco Inaros. Unbent, unbroken, unbowed. And you are nothing.
Yeah! Tell him! Tell him!
Series to the inners and left Belters to starve. You called yourself a champion and then you ran. So go and raise your bounties. Track me down and kill me if you can. Doesn't matter anymore. I will always be the one who took back what you stole.
They're all looking at Philip.
Live shamed and die empty.
Ho ho! Everyone's looking at Philip. It's like, I'm not my dad. Why are y'all looking at me?
At least it wasn't the Inners who raided our supplies.
Whose side are you on?
Well, I only...
Jama is our enemy. Same as the Inners. And anyone else who stands against us.
I mean, come on, man.
The blood that we spilled. The Baratnas we lost. All will have been for nothing. There's no turning back now.
Are you gonna start crying while you say this? Come on, man. It's episode 4. I'm trying to root for you. You only have 2 episodes to make me like you. Like, that is the end. Okay. We're gonna watch the X-ray in a second. Yeah, fuck it. Let's watch it right now. Let's watch the X-ray. I have a lot to say about this episode, and I feel like I don't have the energy to do so. So let's just watch the X-ray, and then I'll figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. I can't believe Clarissa's becoming like my favorite character ever. Just like, I can't fucking believe where she started or where she's in. I fucking love her. Pierre Lee Lifeson! That's Rush! Those are the members of Rush! I don't know why I fucking sewn into that. I can't believe I fucking caught that. I like that all of this is filmed from like the security cameras.
Jules Pierre Mao, former CEO of Mao Krukowski Mercantile and mastermind of the proto-molecule conspiracy that killed 100,000 people on Arrow Station, was found dead last night in his cell at the New Spandau Penitentiary, where he was serving a clemency-barred life sentence. Preliminary reports indicate the cause of death was an underlying medical condition. His 2 daughters, Julie and Clarissa, predeceased him.
That's cool. Oh, this keeps going. I thought that was... Oh, damn. Did she go on her anger rampage? Just destroyed everything? I mean, she would have a lot of, like, complicated feelings on the subject. I like how her body started to, like, reboot. It was, like, red, yellow, green.
Rossi. Open my private journal. Record a new entry. In the pit, Dr. Othman said that parent-child relationships are primal. They don't have to make sense. It's just baked into being the kind of primates we are, that you always care about your parents. And I thought she was full of shit.
I see.
But here we are. Why am I angry? You didn't die to hurt my feelings. I was never gonna see you again anyway. What does it even matter?
I enjoy this a lot.
I wish you were a better man. I wish you were a better father. I wish you loved me.
Like I said, a lot
I
of...
wish I hadn't loved you.
Damn! A lot of complicated emotions, I said, yeah.
I wish I hadn't loved you. End entry.
Yeah, okay. Start putting everything back into place. Damn, I wish someone else was in that clip. I wish someone else came in and talked with her. You know, like Amos came in and like consoled her a little bit or something. Okay, that was it for that X-ray. That was a cool one. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I have to talk about the episode now. I don't know if I should, or if I should just go and like get some food and then record this tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you later or whatever is happening. Bye. Oh my god. Okay, hello. Sorry, things look different. It's been like over a day since I recorded the episode, and this video needs to go live like today. So I'm not sure how the fuck I'm gonna do this. I'm telling you right now, this video is probably not gonna go up today. I'm sorry, Patreon people, you're gonna have to wait like an extra day, but like, listen man, I cannot work with my current life circumstances. Okay, never mind. But all right, let's talk about the episode, what's important. And here's the thing is that because it's been like a day, I have like a walnut for a brain. I like forgot most of it. So I was just skimming through it before I started recording. I was just going through things and being like, oh, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about that. Something I do remember I wanted to talk about was this. So during the extra, I'm pretty sure it was the extra for episode 4, Clarissa is just looking at the ship and looks at the logs and whatever. And at one moment, she looks into some names. And the name said Lee, Lifeson, and Peart. Let me actually check because I had the episode up. The names of the drones are Peart, Lee, and Lifeson, which is actually awesome. That's really cool. Lee, Peart, and Lifeson, those are the members of the band Rush, which is my favorite band. which is also where their shirt came from. Their shirt used to have a different color. The stamp did, and eventually it started to just fall apart because the quality was bad. Listen to 2112 by Rush. It's 20 minutes long. It's fantastic. And also the Expanse is closely interlinked with Rush. I know at least that there's like one big reference to Rush, which is the Rocinante. So the Rocinante is a ship in the song Cygnus X1 by Rush, which is about a spaceship that is called the Rocinante and goes through like a black hole and shit. You know, there's inspiration in there. It's not a fucking Cervantes reference. It's a Rush reference. Anyway, so I'm surprised that I managed to catch that because that's such a minor detail and that made me so happy seeing that. Anyway, but let's talk about the actual episode now. So right at the end, I think that drummer, what she did is that I think she grabbed the supplies that she found and this. So, okay, because that one guy, I don't remember the name of that guy, but the guy who looks old and rough, the leader of this other clan, is it like Golden Bar or Black Eagle? I remember the names of the clan. I don't remember which one is he from, but it doesn't seem like he liked Marco very much. So he gave Drummer the info about where this like storage location is for these supplies. So they went and they were gonna steal from them. But then I think Drummer just decided to just fucking cut that and just say, fuck you. The supplies are just gonna go into space, you know? And just like, I believe that the idea is we're just gonna give the supplies to whoever like needs it, you know? Which is great because we're also seeing people in Sirius just like they have no supplies because Marco stole their supplies, you know? So it's like, it's this whole thing of like, Marco claims to be fighting for the Bella for a cost or whatever, but the reality is that he just doesn't give a shit. He's just angry. And that's something I love because like, shoutouts to whoever told me that Marco was like a noble warrior that doesn't get distracted by emotion or whatever. Shoutouts to that person because I remember at least one person told me that at one point a year ago. Shoutouts to this scene where this lady, the X-ray tells me the names. Rosenfeld Walyang. So Rosenfeld, she's like the secret mastermind behind everything now. Not really, but kind of, because so what's happening is that Marco's having his dumb like child temper tantrums, you know, like he's just losing it and just screaming and just being like, you don't tell me what to do or what not to do, you don't tell me what I do wrong, you do things wrong, fuck you. Again, I said it before, it's the whole Philip and Marcus situation is literally when you know your parents are full of shit and you call them out on it and they don't know what to say, so they say fucking go to your room. That's what he's doing. So it's so pathetic seeing him like that. And what's funny is that this lady, I forgot her name, Rosenfeld, this lady literally walks into the room and she talks to Marco and she's like, yeah, you're acting like a bitch, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is that I'm gonna lie for you so then no one thinks you're a bitch. So then we can continue to exert control, can continue to fool people into thinking that you're not a bitch. It's funny, and Marco has this moment of like, what do you think you are to talk to me like that? And it's like she perfectly pulls the strings almost of Marco because she's acting in this manner of like, you are a figure that like people follow and you are like the leader of this like whole movement and I want to be a part of this movement. If anything, she believes she's everything that Marco claims to be in some way, but she sees that Marco is that, and then she is like, okay, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna be with you and I'm gonna help you create this persona so that like we're gonna make the right choices. You're not gonna lose your composure. If you do, I'll be there in order to like help you out of it. So I'm looking at the scene again just to get the details right. And what happened is that Marco just said, fucking space those guys, and if they complain about it, you space them too. What she did is that she decided not to do that. And the reason why she didn't do that is because she said, if you were to have done that, then they would have seen you as like scared and like a coward and look weak, you know? And she's like, it would have hurt your image, it would have hurt your reputation, and I don't think we should do that. And it's the idea of like, she knows he's scared and weak. She knows he's a bitch. She knows he's a coward. But she's like, I don't care. I don't care what you are or what you claim to be. What I care about is this like whole movement that we're doing. So what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna actually help you bullshit this whole situation, and I'm actually gonna make the right choices for you. So then So then this will actually end up in like a nice place for us. So we actually managed to like do this crazy thing that we're doing. It's awesome to me because it's like she's essentially just looking at Margot and being like, you don't have to lie to me because I don't care that you're a bitch. What we're gonna do is that I'm gonna help you hide it and pretend that that's not the case, so we can continue with this like crusade that we're doing, you know? And Marco is like, what do you want? And she's like, I just want to be ahead of Medina Station whenever we win or whatever. And he's like, all right, I guess. I think they said that Medina Station. So here's the thing, because I haven't been into the Expanse for like a year, I don't remember everything exactly, but I think they reserved the governorship of Medina, control of the crossroads of the empires, crossroads. So I think Medina Station is the one that is in control of the ring, isn't it? Maybe. Just because of what he said, crossroad of the empires. So yeah, anyway, she wants control of this like whole station. She wants to be the leader of that place, and you know what? She deserves it. She fucking deserves it, because she's like everything that Marco is not. Because like she actually does want this like war to happen. She actually does want to fight it. She wants to win it. And whether or not she wants to win it because she believes in some dream or whatever, or just because she wants power, you can argue which one might be the case. The reality is that she's actually like really clever, almost cold. Not entirely sure if she's like full cold, because there are some scenes when she's like, I don't know about that. But because of what she's saying in this scene, it leads me to believe that she actually like doesn't give a shit. She's just like, I see that this is fucking dumb and fucked up, and I don't care. I just want to fight this, and I just want to win it, and I just want to get my city, man. So she's like, all right, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna help you not lose your mind, or if you lose your mind, I'm gonna help you cover it, so then we might have better chances at winning this, you know? So people will actually follow you, and we can actually win, and if we win, I get my city. And he's like, all right. So it's like, it's amazing, because it's like, this is probably the first person that has ever spoken to Marco like this, you know? And that's exactly what he needed, you know? And that's why I was losing it when I was watching it. I was like, this is exactly what he needed. He needed someone to be there that says, I know you're a bitch. I know all of your like weaknesses. I don't care. I'm gonna help you out, and we're gonna overcome those weaknesses together. It's like, I mean, that's just what you want in general, you know? If like any character in any story, if you present another character that is like, all right, I know everything about you and I don't care about the bad things, I'm just gonna help you out, that's just perfect, isn't it? That's just fucking perfect. Regardless of what the final outcome might be, what their end goal might be, that's just perfect to have as like an ally, you know? It's like, I don't care where you are, I'm just gonna help you out, you know? And she's like completely aware, she's really clever, she's amazing. She's the real MVP of the like Belters, like the OP. What is it? The Free Navy side of the war? You know, she's the real MVP of the Free Navy. You know, Marco's a bitch. Philip ain't shit. She's actually the leader of this entire group. So there you go. Okay, let's talk about something else. So after Sirius exploded, this the like leader of Sirius or whatever, Nico Sanjrani, she's talking to this like whole crowd of people in Sirius, just being like, essentially the Earthers did this, you know? It's because of course they would believe that. And like, here's the thing, is that I'm not entirely sure if she was in on it with Marco, you know, just like, we're gonna blow up Sirius, and after we do that, you're gonna pretend that it was the Earthers, and we're like, it's gonna really help out. But I don't think that was the case. I think they literally just fucking bombed it without telling anyone, and she's just gonna think that it were the Earthers, because of, I guess it makes sense for her to think that, even though there were Earthers that died in the explosion and they were giving you food and water. She's like, don't be bought by their food and water or whatever, you know? So that's happening. Okay, so I thought there would be more to that whole like Sirius explosion situation. Like, I mean, I thought that we would be in like the ruins of Sirius, just trying to survive with like Monica or whatever. But no, Monica just fucking left. Monica just showed up in like the ship with Vasarala, Zenovia, something like that. She showed up in there, and she was like looking at the body and like talking about them, and she was recording the whole thing. But the thing is that later Monica showed not a documentary, but just like this little video, because she was there when the attack happened, and she was talking to this one guy, and I fucking love this guy, who, whatever his name is, does it say? So we see this homeless guy, and what I really love about that is that he was like clutching and just taking care of this cat, and I think the name of the cat was Lucky Earther. And you can think, and I thought initially when he said Lucky Earther, he's like, it's like a derogatory term, you know, just like, oh, Earthers are lucky, they get everything. But then the more he kept talking, the more it became clear what that actually meant, you know, because he's talking about how it's really not about who is on one side or the other, you know, who's an inner, who's a belter. It's not about that. It's about people who just want to live the life, you know, they want to live their lives, they want to live life in general, and the people who just want to spread hatred, you know. And it's the idea that he's talking about how he just wants air, he wants water, and he just wants freedom, you know. He just wants to live, and he wishes the same for his children and the people he knows. The thing is that this whole conflict is by nature the opposite of that, you know. Any war is just the opposite of that. It doesn't matter whose side or whatever side it is. The reality is that it's all about just like people who just want to fuck shit up and they don't want to chill versus people who just want to live. That's the thing about this war too, is that like that's what it narrows down to, because Marco's just an angry child and he's like perfect to be like, this is war, this is the conflict. It's just one guy who just wants conflict, and then everyone else is like, I just want to chill, man. I just want to live my life, be happy and be free. I'm happy to see him saying that, because I think that's just the final message about war. But also the reason why the cat is named Lucky Earther, he says, is because he actually gives her food, he takes care of her, and whenever she wants anything, he gives it to her, and she's taking care of her. And it's the idea that like, he doesn't see Lucky Earther as like an insult. He sees Lucky Earther as actually, you're lucky and you should be grateful for what you have if you were to have it. But that's not something to be jealous of, and that's not something to be angry at for. It's something that I wish I had, and we all should have, and it's not, and we shouldn't like be angry at people for having it. We should be glad that they have it, you know. It's the idea that like, this cat, I love this cat, and I want to take care of this cat, and I want to give this cat everything, and this cat means a lot to me, and I love this cat, and I spoil her rotten. And it's the idea of like, she gets everything, and that's why I named her Lucky Earther, because she's lucky that she has someone to give that to her. I fucking love that that's what it was. I fucking love how that came together. And it also mirrors a little bit to the scene where we had Michio and the other guy who now is missing an arm, though not for long because we have the technology. But when that guy and Michio were talking previous episode about Earth, when they're looking at the Anna transmission, and they were talking about how Michio is like, their children are just like, they're dying and they have no water, and their air is contaminated. And it's like, the other guy was like, well, now they know what it means to be a belter, you know. And Michio is like, but we shouldn't wish that upon them. We shouldn't wish that upon anyone. And that's what it comes down to. It's the idea of like, why be spiteful and angry and jealous of other people that have what you want to have, you know? You should be glad, you should be happy for them, because those people are not actually being antagonistic towards you. Those people are just living their life. And why should you be so angry at the fact that they're just living their life, that the life that you want to have? You know, here's the thing, is that it's also like, I don't want to sound like I'm like demonizing the like belter way of seeing things, or the way of thinking about things, because the reality is that belter are space slaves. In some way, belters are just space slaves. Companies were like, all right, we're gonna get these resources from outer space, so we're just gonna make space colonies, and people are just gonna go and work in those colonies. And it's better for them to just live in those colonies as well. And then after like a couple of generations, a new race of proto-humans that have just grown to just be space people and have no tolerance for gravity, and they just became the belters. And because space is it's an environment where no life can live in, we can only sustain them to like a very limited degree. So the only reason why belters live the way they live is because we make them, I say we, rich people made them live that way. I say rich people, but like, you know, like belters are there just because we need to get resources, and the only reason why we need to get resources is because company want resources. So the reality is that people send people into space in order to get shit, and then those people hate that fact that they were born into that. So that is not just and fair to them either, but it's also not fair for just innocent people on Earth to just get exploded and for the entire environment to just die just because we're angry at the fact that they have water and we don't, you know? Like that's the thing about also this entire universe, is the fact that it's like, it's not so black and white, everything, but at the end of the day, it is. At the end of the day, it is. I think that like oftentimes we do get like super distracted by, you know, like what's fair, what isn't fair, what is the history, this person and this other people and this group of people and what happened. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this old man just talking about like, I wish I could have had what I wish I could have what my cat has, you know? I wish someone could give me all the stuff that I give my cat because I love my cat and I want my cat to be happy. Why should I like hate Earthers for having what I wish I had, you know? That's just I'm unlucky, I'm unfortunate, but they are lucky, and that's not something to be angry at, you know? They didn't choose to live their life that way. We didn't choose to live life this way either. They're not inherently evil just by existing, you know, and that's something I loved. And I love that it was just like I say homeless old man. He looked homeless. I'm not sure if he was. He did refer to his children, so maybe he wasn't homeless, you know, maybe he actually does have a stable family and a place where they all stay in, but like he looked homeless. And I like how like the homeless old guy that we're probably not gonna see again, we're gonna see that video again maybe, but we're not gonna see him again. He's just he like just clutching this cat, just talking about how he wishes things were just simpler and people were just more happy and they were just wanted to live happily. Like that might be what brings the whole world to kind of a more stable place, you know? I love that. And I love that Monica showed this to Avasarala, and Avasarala was like, this makes us look weak, because she also showed all these pictures, or not pictures, but video footage of like the soldiers from Earth, just like they are victims of the explosion as well. They're getting damaged, they're getting exploded, they died. And I like how she showed that, and Avasarala is like, this makes us look weak. And I'm just like, yes, like it does make you look weak. Why do you care about not looking weak? You know, I understand that you're in a war, but you're not trying to send this video to the Free Navy and to change Marco Inaros' mind. You're trying to send this video to anyone who might want to care about us, and you should show yourself as weak. Because you are weak, you know, because you're like, your planet is dying, there are people dying left and right, you don't have water, air contaminated, you have sicknesses, and you are victims to this attack. And it's like, yes, you are weak. We all are weak, you know, like, so you should show yourself as that if you want to gain people's trust, if you want people to understand you. That should be the case. So I like that Monica's the one that actually told her that. You know, I feel like Christian should have been able to like figure that on her own. But I understand that Christian sometimes is like too rough. You know, she's like too tough. You know, so I like that Monica came in here and she was like, no, this is, I think this is important. This is the way we should do it. And I think like it's fucking funny, dude. I was thinking about this. It's fucking funny how some of the characters that I like didn't care much for originally are becoming like some of my favorite characters, because like I didn't care much about Monica, and I still kind of don't, because she doesn't get to do a lot, but now I'm like, yeah, she's fucking cool. I like Monica. I like the things that she's doing. I like the things that she's saying. And more than Monica, we have fucking Clarissa. So like I was thinking about this. Clarissa is fucking funny how Clarissa went from being like a character that I just kind of hated to like one of my favorite characters in the entire show. Maybe my favorite character in the... No, Anna. Okay, here's the thing. Top 5 characters, go. Anna, Prax, Clarissa, Amos, Ashford. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm forgetting someone, but those 5 were good. That one guy, the one tough, beefy guy in Caliban's War, and then the rest of the cast, I don't care much about them. Gunny is good too. I'm trying to think. Well, we'll think about this later after we finish the show, which it's gonna be 2 weeks from now. That's a scary thought. The fact that we only have 2 more weeks of this, but I fucking love Clarissa and Monica as well. But like, I can't believe. So if anything, we're learning that like every character from like Abaddon's Gate is like the best character in the show. Like every character in Abaddon's Gate is like actually the best character. Abaddon's Game popped the fuck off, dude. Prax was in Caliban's War. I think that's the name of the second book. Prax was in that one, and I fucking love Prax. I think someone told me that Anna wasn't in that one, even though she was in the show. I think they told me Anna showed up in Abaddon's Gate, third book. I don't know if that's the case, but even then, Anna did have like a big role in Abaddon's Gate. Ashford was introduced in Abaddon's Gate. Clarissa was introduced in Abaddon's Gate. That's fantastic, dude. Abaddon's Gate really popped off. I think that's why I love Abaddon's Gate so much, you know? Those 6 episodes, because it was like 6 episodes of non-stop craziness, you know? Just like every episode, just bam, bam, bam. Crazy shit happening all over the place. And also introduced so many characters that I like love. Rest in peace, my man Ashford. But Clarissa's fucking awesome, dude. Because like I love that like Clarissa's the only person that didn't judge Holden, because that makes complete sense, you know. Because like Clarissa's the one that identified that Holden was the one that didn't detonate the torpedo. And I like that Amos went and confronted Holden, and Amos was like, you know, I trust that you're always trying to do the right thing, and I trust that you have that motivation, you have that goal, but I cannot see how what you did that moment was the right thing, you know. And I like that Amos was actually like a little bit offended about what happened, and he was like, I don't understand. Holden couldn't give him a proper answer, and I don't know if the reason why he didn't give him a proper answer was because he didn't want to say what it was, or because he's keeping Philip a secret, because I don't remember if they ever told like the rest of the crew about Philip. I know Naomi told Holden, because of course, but I don't know if she told the others. So maybe Holden is keeping that secret. But I like that Holden didn't even know what Philip looked like. But it didn't matter, because when he saw Philip, he was like, he looks like Naomi. Because he does, actually. Shoutouts to that actor. Shoutouts to the casting people who found that actor. Because that actor looks exactly like Naomi plus Marco. It's Philip. Like, it looks exactly like what it should look like. So that's fucking awesome casting. And I like that mattered, because Holden is like, I just saw him and I knew it was Philip, and he looked scared and he didn't want to kill him. And I like that like he had this conversation with Naomi, and Naomi got offended because Naomi was like, anyone who dies from now on, it's on me. Because you didn't kill Philip because of me and my feelings. So anyone who dies now is going to be on me. Do you know how that's going to make you feel? And I like that Holden's argument was like, it's not that I didn't kill him because I didn't want to hurt you. It's because I didn't kill him because I didn't want to be the guy who killed your son. It's not that I didn't kill him because it would make you feel bad. I didn't kill him because it would make me feel bad, you know? I would have felt like shit if I had killed him, you know? It's like, I didn't do it because of you. Nothing of what I did was because of you. What I did was because of my own feelings, you know? It's on me. It's not on you, Naomi. It's not on her. It's on me for feeling this way, for feeling like I couldn't kill your son because I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I wouldn't be able to bear it. And I like that that's where that conversation went. I like that that was what Holden felt and expressed, because it's like, yeah, if Naomi didn't want Philip to die, if Naomi would have been like, you know, like, I can't do this, she would have deactivated it. But Holden is the one that did it. And the reason, and I like that it's not because Holden made a choice for Naomi's sake, you know, because that is the selfish thing to do, you know. It's like, you might think you're protecting the other person, you might think you're doing something good for the other person, but the reality is that, like, you are making a choice for someone else. That is a selfish thing to do because you think you know better than them, you know. And I like that Holden says, like, no, that's not what I did. What I did is that I didn't kill him because I didn't want to kill him, because I felt awful that I would have killed your son, you know. Just like, I understand you would have just let your son die, that's fine, because we need to take care of Marco and Aris, you know, like, I understand that, but I couldn't do it, you know. It's not that I didn't do it because of you, I didn't do it because I couldn't. So that's something I like way more. And what's more awesome is the scene with Clarissa. I mean, arguably whether or not it's more awesome, it's up in the air, but like, I enjoy that scene a lot, because what happened is that Holden comes in and Clarissa's literally just just chilling at the table. She's just sitting there. She's just eating. And Clarissa asks Holden about it. And Holden just says, oh, you heard from Amos. And Clarissa's like, actually, I was the one that told him. And Clarissa's like, listen, I'm not here to judge. And that's cool because Clarissa's the most chill about this. Because it makes sense that she would be. Amos is like angry because he's like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here if we're not fighting to take him down, you know? Naomi is angry because she's like, I was ready to say goodbye to Phil. I was ready for my son to die because we need to take Marco out. You know, this is something we need to do. And the fact that, like, you didn't do it is something frustrating to me. And then Gunny, they didn't even tell Gunny. They didn't even tell Bobby because, like, the thing is that Bobby, the entire episode, she kept going off about, like, there's, like, 1 in 300,000 chance a shot, followed by another 1 in 300,000 shot. And then we hit another, we fucking land the shot, the final shot, and the shot is a dud. What are the chances of that? And Clarissa's like, I don't know, 1 in a billion? Because it's like, yeah, it's very, very improbable that all that shit happen, you know? Again, you're in a fictional world, so rules are different, but it is funny that Bobby keeps complaining about it the entire episode. So I'm like, yeah, nobody told her, because if you tell her, she's just gonna beat the shit out of Holden, you know? She's just gonna kill him. So it's like, yeah, of course, let's not tell her. They might tell her next episode, but like, we didn't so far. But it's funny that, like, no one would have taken that as easily as Clarissa, because Clarissa is literally just sitting there. She's just looking at him like, okay, you want to talk about it? And Clarissa is the one that is like, I'm not here to judge you, because Clarissa doesn't really have a big say in, like, the battle, the war, or anything. She doesn't care that much about it, so she's not gonna be so emotionally invested. She's just doing what she feels is the right thing. But at the same time, she is the character who is like, I've done really bad shit. Like, I was actually the bad guy. I was actually the evil person in the story at one point, and then I just decided that that was horrible and that I didn't want to be that anymore. So now she's sitting here and she's like, you know what, that's fine. Like, you make your own choices. I'm not here to judge you on what choices you make are good or bad, or I don't know, like, I don't know what you might have gone through when you made that choice. That's fine. You don't have to tell me. I'm not gonna judge you. But, like, she said something like, sorry, I don't remember exactly how the conversation went, but what I do remember, because it stuck with me, is that she said that you should never feel guilty about not killing someone. And that was really cool to me. It was really cool that that's the Clarissa takeaway, you know? That's the Clarissa message, you know? It's just like, you should never feel bad about not killing someone, you know? It's like, you're feeling bad that you didn't take the shot, you're feeling bad that maybe you made a decision that maybe wasn't the best, that people are angry at you, but Clarissa is like, I'm not gonna judge you for whatever reason that might have been, but, like, you hesitated to kill someone. I don't think that's a bad thing, you know? You shouldn't feel guilty that you hesitated and didn't kill a person, you know? Just like, that's so good to me. That's so good to me. Clarissa's so fucking good. I love Clarissa. And then we have the extra scene with Clarissa at the end. Should I talk about that, or if there's someone else I want to talk about? Yeah, there's more stuff. Philip went to work to, like, I don't know, the engineering room, some shit, the repairs room, with this one other dude. I don't know if it's gonna matter. There's one other dude, he seems nice. But the thing is that Philip is working there because Marco got angry at him, so he, like, demoted him. Doesn't matter. The thing is that they went and found the missile that was a dud, and he heard at the end of the episode that for some reason it didn't trigger, and they were like, yeah, for some reason mid-flag it just stopped working. And he's like, why? Like, did someone stop it? Did someone cancel the detonation? It's like, why would they cancel the detonation? And that plants the seeds in Philip to think about, like, oh, my mom didn't want to kill me, you know? And maybe that's what's going to happen. There will be a confrontation when he's going to be like, you didn't kill me, and you should have killed me when you had the chance, or like something like you think I'm weak, or some shit like that. And Holden's going to be like, actually it wasn't her. She was totally ready to do it, but it was me. I was the one that didn't do it because I couldn't bear to, like, kill the son of someone I love, or something like that, or just, like, kill just, like, someone who's clearly a victim in this. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he would say, but he would like bullshit some, like, I don't know, like, natural 20 charisma check, just being like, lawful good speech, it works out, the bad guy is now converted to your side, some shit, you know? Because like I feel, well, this is the thing, is that even at the end of the episode when they see the drummer thing, when she's making this transmission of like we're just gonna give away all the supplies and stuff that you were stashing away. She transmits all of that, and it's the idea that like that's gonna have repercussions. Maybe the belt is gonna start to be like, oh, Marco's stashing away resources that he could have given us for his like own war, but we're all dying out here. And it's like, oh, but Drummer is the one that gave us all this those supplies. That's good. Drummer is actually the good one, you know. Maybe the public opinion will start to shift away from Marco. It's gonna be good. But beyond that, you see that Philip, after that transmission, Philip actually got angry, because what did they say to him? What did the dude say to him? At least it wasn't the inners who raided our supplies. And then Philip got angry. What side are you on? Drummer is our enemy. We're not gonna stop until all our enemies are dead and we are victorious for our Beratnas who died, or whatever bullshit he said. You know, like he's reciting the soldier book at this point whenever he gets angry. And like this is like, it's like every scene with Philip, I'm just hoping, because like, not even hoping, I'm expecting it at this point because it's been too long. I'm expecting him to be like, actually, I don't know about this whole war thing, you know? Actually, I might be the bad guy. I'm waiting for him to say that, you know? I'm waiting for him to like actually tackle onto that. But every scene he ends up doubling down. He's like, no, we're doing good here. We're doing good. We're fighting the good fight, man. Just repeating every bullshit that Marco has ever told them. And like the thing is that like, yeah, sure, I understand that like it's difficult to change your mind on something like that, because I'm realizing that I've been talking for like 42 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm like super low energy. My voice hurts. Everything has been awful for me. It's like 5 a.m, by the way. But I've been talking for like 40 minutes. I don't know how. But Philip is, I understand that it's difficult for someone to just completely change their mind and their worldview on something that is so ingrained into them. And if Philip has been living with Marco for, I don't know how old he is, but let's say like 20 years, 18 years, whatever amount. If everything about Philip's life has been like poisoned by Marco and whatever Marco told him and made him think, then of course it's going to be difficult for Philip to change his mind on anything, because it would make sense for it to be difficult for you if you were that exposed and that deep into something. So in that aspect, it does make sense for it to be difficult for Philip to stop being such an asshole. So it makes sense, but at the same time, every scene where he's in it, it almost looks like he's about to break. It almost looks like he's right there. He's like, I'm gonna do my heel turn. I'm gonna do my heel turn any second now. Any second now. Any second now. And every scene, he's just sitting there just like, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Actually, no, fuck you. I'm an asshole. And it's like, come on, man. I'm trying to root for you. I'm like expecting you to be good at the end of this scene, and then he decides to double down, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, man. How many episodes do we have to go through this shit before you actually decide to be good? You know, how many fucking episodes before we get there? Because I feel like we should have been there like 2 episodes ago, you know? But we'll see where this goes. I'm assuming it's gonna end up with Philip actually like changing his ways. That would be good, but I don't know how this is gonna work out. So I suppose we'll see. I should talk about the beginning of the episode with this whole like alien subplot. That kid's gonna come back to life. I said a previous episode. Yeah, the bird came back to life. The kid saw it, and then her brother died or whatever. And she's gonna be like, "Don't worry, my brother. I will bring you back with the power of my magical dog." And she's just gonna take him to the magical dog, and whatever happens. Cortazar did say that he saw some crazy shit or some stuff. My new coordination protocol, return a coherent reply pattern. I mean, based off of that, it sounds like he made some kind of device or program that would ping to like the ship or whatever they're dealing with this, and then they were just expecting it to reply back, and it did. And that's what he's freaking out about. That's what it sounds like. And maybe that is because something was brought back to life, you know? I don't know if that has anything to do. But yeah. There is the ship at floating around this planet. They deliberately show it to you, and it is blue. It does have blue shit in it. It does have blue shit in it. So okay, and now we see the kid moving the other kid into the forest. Absolutely, she's gonna bring the kid back to life. The drummer's subplot. So she goes and raids this place full of supplies or whatever. Sure, they have a gunfight or whatever. Her crewmate, Joseph. Okay, Joseph. Unfortunately, like a big box of cargo falls on his arm and just fucking crushes it. And they realize, okay, I think the best thing we can do is to just cut it off and just regrow it, I suppose, you know, because we need to get it out of here fast because there are ships coming in to get the supplies, so we only have a limited amount of time. And they tried to lift the box, but they couldn't, so then they go like, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna have to take off your arm. So they do that, and luckily in the future we have the regrowth pods, or whatever they're called, and he just has this like little pod and his arm is growing again. That's really useful technology. It would be really cool if we could have that. But anyway, that did happen to that guy, and I don't know how much I can say about it, other than Drummer got angry at the fact that this happened. You know, she saw him in the bed and Michio taking care of him, and she was like, fuck you, and then she just stepped off and she was like, all right, Marco and I, you're my bitch, and I'm gonna send all the supplies to everybody. Freedom for everybody. Fuck you. And she made like a pull-up message, you know, just like everybody. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, I suppose the only thing left to talk about is the Clarissa mini scene in the extra. Let me go back to watch it. I mean, what else can I say about it? It is very straightforward, you know. Like, Clarissa finds out that her dad is dead. There is a Rush reference, that's cool. But okay, we see that Clarissa's alone. She's alone during nighttime. She's the one that like takes care of everything during nighttime. So, all right, that is her job. She has a duty on the ship, and it shows you that she's alone, she's lonely, but more than that, it shows her like she sees the news that her dad died, and then she immediately activates her like enhancement or whatever and crushes this phone and just destroys the kitchen and just passes out. And it's like, and then she starts talking about like how you think you don't care about your family sometimes, you think you're moved past them or whatever, even if they weren't close to you, even if you didn't care about them, and if you hated them. The reality is that there is some connection that will always mean something to you, even if you wish it didn't. And I like that Clarissa was just like, I wish you were a better person. I wish you were a better father. I wish you loved me. I wish I didn't love you. Just like this, just going through all of the things that like I wish were better about our relationship and you as a person, you know. I think she also said like, I wish I loved you more, you know. It's the idea of like, she's so confused, and that makes sense, you know. It's emotions, it's feelings. You don't really have full control over them, you don't really have full understanding behind them, you know. And it makes sense for her emotions to be so fucked up and twisted. It's because like she used to like love her dad so much, but she loved. It was more like she felt like she needed to be loved, so she needed to keep accomplishing things for him, and then she felt like the world was unfair to him, therefore to her, and then she decides to go on this like crazy revenge plot just for him. But it wasn't so much love as it was just for her to like get like a thumbs up from dad and for her dad to be okay. And then she's like, actually he sucks and I suck too. I think I'm the bad. And then she decides to stop being that. It's this whole thing of like, she has to accept that dad sucks. She also has to accept that she herself sucks. She also needs to try to be better. But also, eventually when you hear the news that your dad passed away, when he died, it's like, what is going to be your emotional reaction to it, you know? Because like, this man meant so much to you. He was your dad. You were under his care for so many years, and you did so much for this man, and he was a kind of a piece of shit, and you were also kind of a piece of shit. But now that you've moved on past all of that, what are your emotions anymore? And I like that she has such a difficult time like putting them together and into something that makes sense, because it doesn't. She's just like sitting in this corner, starts crying. It's like, and then she starts like putting everything back into place, and that's like a little bit sad. I did say that I wish that like somebody else saw this, you know, somebody else was there that to like comfort her or something. You know, Amos just casually walks in because he heard a commotion, and then he's like, "You okay, Peaches? I heard everything." Well, he wouldn't act like that. He would just sit there next to her, and that would be good. Actually, that would be fantastic. I would love that. So if we're lucky, we might get something like that next episode. But yeah, I fucking love Clarissa. I really do. She's such a fucking good character. Oh man. Anyway, there was a Rush reference in that video. That's it. That's all I want to say. Okay, I think that's it for this episode then, this discussion. Oh my god. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this reaction episode of The Expanse. Thank you for being here with me. I know, right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this reaction episode of The Expanse. If you would like to watch next one, it should already be up on Patreon as well as full length, so check out the link in the description for that, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do, including Twitch stream and other stuff. Check out the link in the description for that, social media, Twitch stream, all sorts of other stuff that I do, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.